Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for watching my videos and for all your support. It's very much appreciated and it means a lot to me to see that you actually like my designs. In today's video I would like to show you how I've knitted one of these baby hats. They are size 0 to 3 months, so I have here one in blue, but today we're going to do this white one. They're very similar except for the ribbing. I've just decided to go for a double ribbing on this one. They're easy to make, and for those of you that would like to try the pattern first, I don't know, maybe make a sample so you can do some measurements depending on the yarn you're going to use. I have a separate video just for this pattern, so I'll leave you the link in the video description. This being said, let's get to work. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Today's project, we're gonna need some yarn, main color yarn plus 3 different colors, contrast colors. Of course, 3 different colors are optional. You may only use one or none at all if you prefer. Today my choice is to use as a main color white, and then I will alternate these 3 contrast color ones. The yarn I'm using today is an organic baby cotton. It's quite a fine one, so the needles we will be using, I'm going to use 2 different sizes. To begin the project I'm going to use size 3, so to work the ribbing part, and for the main work I'm going to use 3.5, size 3.5. Of course you can use double pointed knitting needles if you prefer to work in a round. Because it's such a small project, I actually prefer to work it in one piece back and forward and then sew it at the end, like same I've done with this one, just sewn at the back. Only one tiny difference for today's demonstration. I'm going to change here. I'm going to make a double ribbing because it just, in my opinion, looks a bit more elegant. And this one, it's a little boy's versions, and today I'm planning to do a white one like for little girls. To begin the project, using your smaller size knitting needles and the main color of your choice, just cast on 86 stitches. By any method you prefer, cast on 86 stitches. I have a total of 86 stitches on my needles, and we can begin work now. And we're gonna begin by slipping the first one, then purl 2, 1 and 2, knit 2, purl 2. We're just gonna do double ribbing, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, all the way till the end of the row. Just continue like this, purl 2, knit 2. I have reached the end of my row. Just purl 2, I'm gonna knit 2 and knit the last one. I always knit the last one, then I slip the first. Second row, wrong side row, slip the first one, and now we're gonna work every stitch the way it presents. So these 2 are purls, we're gonna purl them, 1, 2, next 2 are 2 knitted ones. So we just continue the ribbed pattern. It's just double ribbing. Purl 2, knit the next 2, and from now on we're gonna work back and forward exactly the stitches exactly the way they present, and we're gonna continue like this until our work measures around 7 centimeters. For size 0 to 3 months it's enough, between 7 to 8 centimeters. So you're gonna have this folded brim here. So continue like this until work measures 7 to 8 centimeters. I have completed here nearly 8 centimeters, so I got 7.5 centimeters, which is 3 inches of ribbing pattern, and I have ended, well, the pattern is reversible, so it's not really relevant, but because I've done a small edge here when I've cast it on, because of the method I've used to cast on, I would like to consider as this one being the right side of the work. So this is how our brim is going to be folded, like this. So I consider this one as the right side, but now things are going to be changed around and this right side will become the wrong side. Once this work completed, what we're going to do next, before we change for the bigger needles, for the bigger size needles, for the next row, we're just gonna start by slipping one. So slip the first one, purl one, purl two together, then purl 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, purl 2 together again, purl 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, purl 2 together, and we're gonna continue the same way. So I've done 3 already. We have to do 7 more decreases. So again, purl 6, 2, 4, 6, purl 2 together, 2, 4, 6, purl 2 together, and continue until the end of the row, and we should end up with 75 stitches left on our working needles. I have reached the end of my row. I've just decreased here, so I purl 2 together, 2, 4, 6, yeah, 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna purl 2 more together, purl 1, and knit the last one, and that's done. Now this is gonna be the right side of our work. I'm just gonna change for the bigger size needles, in my case 3.5, and I'm gonna slip the first stitch and then knit all the stitches. Just knit all of them. I'm just gonna transfer them to work the rest of the hat. So knit all, continue to knit until the end of the row. I have completed my row of knitted stitches. Turn around now, and we are going to introduce, we are on the wrong side of the work, and we are going to introduce the main pattern of the hat. This with X's like. We're going to introduce this main pattern. For those of you that like to have a little practice before doing this project, I have made a separate tutorial just for this pattern, and I'm going to leave you the link in the video description. But we're going to work it here now as well. So slip the first one. So this is row number 1 of our main pattern. With the yarn behind your needle, slip the first one, then purl 1, then again we yarn behind the needle, slip 1, purl 1, yarn behind the needle, slip 1, purl 1, yarn behind the needle, purl, slip 1, purl 1, slip 1, purl 1, slip 1, purl 1, and we continue exactly the same until we finish all the stitches. So slip 1, purl 1, just continue exactly the same. End of the row, I need to slip 1 and then knit the last one. Turn around, right side of the work, row number 2 of the pattern, slip the first one, and now all the stitches that we skipped on the previous row, so this is one of the slipped ones, we're gonna purl, so purl 1, and all the others we're gonna knit. So knit, this one was a slipped one because we have this one here, we're gonna purl, next one we're gonna knit, purl, knit, again it was a slipped one, we're gonna purl, next one we're gonna knit, purl, knitted, we're gonna knit, skipped, we're gonna purl, and we continue the same all the way. Knitted 1, purl 1, knit the last one, turn around, row number 3 of the pattern, on the wrong side of the work, slip the first one, and then we are going to work every stitch in the manner that it presents. So knit, purl, knit, purl, just work every stitch in the way that it presents. So it's the simple ribbing, so 1 knitted, 1 purled, purl, knit, purl, and we're just gonna continue exactly like this. Knitted, we're gonna knit, purl, we're gonna purl, continue, purled 1, knit 1, and knit the last one, turn around, the right side of the work, row number 4 of the pattern, we're gonna slip the first stitch, and now this one, it's a purl and it's been skipped 2 rows back, so I'm going to search for this strand that has formed when we skipped the stitch, and it's here. Pick that one up and work the 2 together through the back, knit 2 together, so knit 2 together, knit the next one, again we have 1, 2, 3, it's this one, so where we previously skipped this one, knit 2 together through the back, knit 1, 1, 2, 3, pick the strand up, goes on the needle, and we're gonna knit them 2 together through the back, knit the next one normally, pick up the strand, knit both of them together through the back, knit 1, again pick the strand. I hope you can see. 1, 2, 3. It's here. Goes on the left hand side needle, and we just knit both of them through the back. Knit the next one and continue until the end of the row. We're just gonna do the same. Knit one and continue with all of them. Just knitted one. Next one has been a slipped one, so knit two together through the back and knit the last one. Turn around. Oh, this is how it looks like so far. It's not very visible just yet, but it's a very pretty pattern. Turn around, and this is row number 5 of the pattern. Slip the first one, and now we basically gonna repeat like row number 1 of this pattern when we started, with just a little change. And instead of starting with the slip 1, now we're gonna purl 1. So purl 1, slip the next one, again yarn behind your right hand side needle, slip 1, purl the next one. Another way easy to remember is these ones that have 2 strands here. These ones are the ones we are going to purl on this row, and the others, the simple ones, this is a simple one, I'm just gonna slip. This again, it's a double one here, it's got 2 strands, we're gonna purl. Next one is simple, next one it's a double, so we're gonna purl, simple one, double one, slip, purl the next one, slip one, and continue until we reach the end of the row. Exactly the same. Slipped one, purl one, knit the last stitch. Next is row number 6 of the pattern, and once more we're gonna purl all the slipped stitches and we're gonna knit all the others. So knit the first one because it's a normal knitted one. Next one was a slipped one on the, or skipped one on the previous row, so now it's going to be a purl, knit, purl, knit this one, purl the next one, knit the normal knitted stitch, purl the skipped one, knit the normal, purl the skipped one, continue. Reach the end of the row, I have purled one, knit the last stitch, turn around, row number 7 of the pattern, slip the first one, and now just we're gonna work every stitch the way it presents. So purl, knit, or purl another one, knit. I'm gonna work every stitch exactly how it presents. Knit, purl, and I'm just gonna finish my row. Completed my row. Next will be row number 8 of the pattern and the last one of our pattern repeat. But for this row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change color. So I will be working with this beautiful green because I'm gonna start working the first of the 3 colored lines that we have here on the blue one. I have done a row in white, but this time I'm gonna work in green. So I'm just changing the color. This step is optional, so if you prefer to work in one plain color, that's fine. But I will change for this beautiful spring green. And I just knitted the first stitch, so I have here. The next one, it's a normal knitted stitch, so I'm just going to knit. And then, like we done previously, I'm gonna go down 1, 2, and 3, pick up the strand from when we skipped the stitch, and just knit 2 together through the back. Knit normal 1. This is a bit loose. I did not detach the white yarn because I'm just gonna try to bypass like color change rather than cut off the yarn. Next stitch is again one of the skipped ones, so I'll pick this strand, work 2 together through the back, knit normal 1, pick the strand, and continue. This is the last row of our row repeat, pattern repeat. Row number 8, pick the strand, knit 2 together through the back, knit 1, pick up the strand, knit both of them together through the back, knit the normal 1, and just continue until we're finishing the row. As you can see, we're still completing our pattern in white, but we just created the base for the color change. So the next repeat is going to be in green. I'm just going to continue until the end of the row. End of my row. Knit 2 together through the back, knit 1, and knit the last one. Turn around, and now I am on the wrong side of the work, and basically I'm gonna start a new pattern repeat. So it's like going back to row number 1. This row will be identical to row number 1, and I'm going to work in green the pattern repeat for rows 1, 2, and 3. So I'm gonna slip the first one, purl the next, slip 1, purl 1, slip 1, purl 1. I'm going to continue. So this is exactly identical to row number 1 of the pattern that we did down here. And plus I'm going to repeat row number 2 and 3. And on row number 4 of this pattern repeat, I'm going to change back the white color. So next I'm going to work 3 more rows in the pattern repeat. I have completed the 3 rows in green, and for the 4th row, so to complete this section of the pattern, as you can see, we are back on the row where we're going to pick up the strands from here. In order to complete this section, I will revert to the white yarn, and I'll do exactly the same like I did when I've introduced the green, because for the color lines that I'm doing here, we're just going to do half of the pattern with a full pattern in between. So I'm nearly completed with the green now. I'm just reintroducing white and then I'm gonna work a full section, almost a full section in white. That will be 7 rows. Just before the 8th row I will introduce my second color. So we're gonna have these intervals of a full white section and a half section of the pattern using a color. On this row I'm just reintroducing white, like this. I'm gonna need the first one just to be able to, and then knit one and continue with my pattern. Once I've done this row, I'm gonna do the next 7 row repeats, and again, just before completing the stage, I'm gonna change color, so I'll get back to you. But for now, I'll just continue with doing almost a full section, so 7 rows. Just before closing, we're gonna change color. I have completed 7 rows in white without altering the pattern repeat, so just continued. Next, I'm just going to, in order to complete the second section of this, I'm just going to introduce my second color. In my case, I will be working with purple, so I'm just gonna need and I'm going to do exactly the same like I've done with the green when I've changed for the green pattern. Okay, it's a little bit loose, but I'll tie up everything before completing the project. And now it's just a normal pattern repeat. I go to the row where I'm completing this section. So I go 1, 2, 3, pick up the strand, and once more I'm going to work, once I've done this row, I'm going to work 3 rows, just continuing with the pattern repeat. I'm going to work after this row where I'm introducing the color, I'm going to work 3 rows in purple, and then I'm gonna swap again for the white, and I'm gonna complete again 7 rows in white, and then I will swap for the third and last color. So I'll continue like this, just with the normal pattern repeat. And after this one I will complete 3 more rows, just continuing with the pattern. I have completed the 3 rows in purple color, and now I am reverting to white once more. And I'm going to work exactly the same like I've done after the green color change. So I will be working again 7 rows in white without altering the pattern count, row count. I will be working, so once I've swapped for the color, so after this row where I'm actually just reintroducing white, I'm going to work 7 more rows after this one, and then it will be 1 more color change for the third one. So I'll continue until I finish this row, and then I'm going to work 7 more, continuing with the pattern. I have completed the 7 rows in white color. As I've done previously, I'm just going to introduce the third color. In my case, it will be this beautiful pink. And once I introduce it, I will work 3 more rows, the same as I've done with the previous 2. So without altering our pattern repeat, we're just going to swap the colors, introduce the third one. Of course, once again, this is an optional step. So if you prefer to work in plain color, you don't have to do this. You're just gonna carry on as usual with the pattern repeat. But I am going to introduce my third color to give me my beautiful spring-like effect. This is what inspired me for this design. I purely thought of spring, how everything comes back to life. So I'm going to continue until the end of the row, just changing the color here, introducing pink. And after that I'm going to work 3 rows following the pattern repeat. I have completed the 3 rows in the color pink. This was our last color change, and I just want to do a little measurement so you will have an idea how our work looks like. And I have here almost 15 centimeters. And before we start shaping the crown of the hat, we need about 16 to 17 centimeters. That's like around 6.5 inches. So in order to achieve that, I'm going to reintroduce white color, and of course without altering the pattern repeat. So the next one, I'm just going to complete this section of the pattern, but using white color. I'm just going to need the first one, same like we've done it until now. For every color change, I'm just going to continue until the end of the row, and then I'm going to continue with the pattern repeat for another 4 rows in white. So after I finish this row, another 4 rows of the actual pattern. So we're going to make one more of these little sections of 4 rows, 4 complete rows, and then I'm going to start shaping the actual crown of the hat. I have completed my 4 row repeat in white, and next we're going to start shaping the actual crown of the hat. So what I'm going to do now, well, I'm on the wrong side of the work and I finished with the pattern. So this last section was my last one for the pattern repeat. From now on I'm going to work as a stockinette stitch. So this row on the wrong side, slip the first one, I'm going to purl 16 stitches followed by purl 2 together. What I'm trying to do now is to decrease 2 stitches and bring my stitch count down to 73. So we had 75 after we done the decreases here, and now I just want to bring it to 73. So purl 16 stitches. I purled 16 stitches so far. Next I'm going to purl 2 together, and then continue purling 35. So continue purling 35, and then we're going to decrease another 1. I got 19 stitches left on my left needle, and next I'm going to purl 2 more together, and then continue as usual all the way. Reach the end of the row. I finished with all the purls and I've decreased 2 stitches. Knit the last one, and now turn around. We're going to consider from now on row number 1 of the actual shaping of the crown. We got 73 stitches on our needles, and first row of the actual crown, I'm just going to slip the first one, knit 2 together, followed by knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, knit 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, again knit 2 together, knit 4, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, and continue, knit 4, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, and continue. I'm going to continue like this until the end of my row. I'm on the last decreases here. I have to knit 4, 2, 3, 4, knit 2 together, and knit the last 4, 2, 3, and 4. Before I continue, I would like to make a little measurement just to see how big this is, and it's perfect. It's got about 16 centimeters without being stretched at all, just over 16 centimeters, which is exactly the size I was after. Next row, it's a wrong side row. We're just gonna purl. From now on, all the rows on the wrong side will just be purls. No decreases. All decreases are on the front side of the work. So all the wrong sides are just simple purls. We just purl all the stitches. Just gonna continue purling here. One thing I forgot to mention, after this row of decreases that we just completed, we should have a stitch count of 61 stitches. So continue purling all the way. Completed my row of purls on the wrong side. I've just turned around, I'm on the right side of the work. I'm just going to knit all the stitches. So knit all the stitches, just continue knitting all of them, and then coming back on the wrong side, we're just gonna purl all the stitches. So continue to knit like this, and then come back and purl all the stitches. Completed my 2 rows, had no decreases. So next we're gonna start decreasing again. So slip the first one, knit 2 together, knit 3, 1, 2, 3, knit 2 together, knit 3, 2 and 3, knit 2 together, knit 3 again, 2, 3, 2 together, 3 again, 2, 3, knit 2 together, and continue like this until the end of the row. So knit 2 together, knit 3, knit 2 together, and then return on the wrong side by doing purls, and I'll meet you after. Completed the 2 rows. I forgot to mention we now have 49 stitches on the needles. So next what I'm going to do, just slip 1, knit 2 together, knit 2, 1, 2, knit 2 together, knit 2, 1 and 2, knit 2 together, knit another 2, knit 2 together, knit 2. We're just gonna continue like this until the end of the row. We're gonna end up with 37 stitches on the needles, and then we're coming back by doing purls. Completed my 2 rows. I'm again on the front side of the work. Slip the first one, knit 2 together, oops, knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, two together, knit one. At the end of the row we're gonna have 25 stitches, so continue exactly the same, and then continue like this. Turn around by doing purls on the wrong side. Our project is almost complete. We only have 2 more rows left, so slip the first one. Now we're just gonna do knit 2 together. So oops, don't know what happened here. Knit 2 together, knit 2 together, knit 2 together, until we just decrease all of them like this. So I'm just gonna knit 2 together until the end of the row, and knit the last 2 together. And that's it. We should have 13 stitches. Yep. And the last row, turn around. Now we are going to purl 2 together as well. So slip the first one and then purl 2 together, and the next 2 together, and the next 2, exactly the same. And this is our project completed now. We got 7 stitches left on our needles. I have detached my yarn, so I cut my yarn off. This project is nearly finished, and I'm just gonna use a threading needle like this one, and now we're just gonna close off these remaining 7 stitches by doing this. So I'm just gonna pick all of them up, like this. But before I pull all the way, I'm just gonna go through these loops, these remaining stitches, once more, just to make it more secure. I'm just gonna pull tight all the way, and this is it. Then using the white yarn, I'm just gonna fold my hat like this, and I'm going to sew it all the way, and then I'm gonna hide all my ends. So I'm just gonna continue sewing, making sure that all the colored parts are perfectly aligned, and same here. I'm gonna start from the top, and I'm just gonna sew my hat together and hide all the ends, and then I'll meet you to finish it off. So just normal sewing all the way around. Continue sewing all the way. I have finished putting together my little hat. This is how it looks like. It's got a sew on the back. I've hidden all the ends inside. So this is how it's looking like. You can leave it as it is. It's perfectly pretty, I think. But I've decided to decorate it with the store-bought pom-pom. I have here a large one and a small one. So I don't know, of course you can make your own pom-poms if you prefer. I have a video on my channel on how to do a yarn pom-pom. I decided for contrast, like texture contrast, to just use a fur one. But in my opinion, it's probably too big for such a small hat. I don't know. It's your choice, depending what you like most. So I'm probably gonna go with the small one, like this, rather than the big one. The big one seems a bit too big in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach one of these. I'll probably go for the small one and come back to you. My pom-pom has this ribbon here, so using my crochet I just pull them inside, and now I'm just gonna tie them off. This is very practical because they can be removed for washing, so I find them very good. Of course you can make your own yarn pom-pom if you prefer. And if you're going to use one of the others that have an elastic, I recommend you to sew a little button here and then twist the elastic around there. Right, I'm going to leave it as it is for now. This is how our little hat looks like. I think it's very pretty, and it's very suitable for spring because it's not too thick or not too thin either. So I'm going to try it on this mannequin head. And it's got the perfect size for a 0 to 3 months baby. I don't know if you can see. This is how it looks like. It fits perfectly. This mannequin head, it's a size 0 to 3 months. So this is how it looks like. I'm not 100% happy with this color, but yeah. I hope you like my design, and I really hope you're gonna try it. And thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you like my design. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.